Hello, everybody, and this video is about America's being under destruction. Now, I'm trying to think of where do I even begin. We got the pandemic, we got riots, we got protests, we got killings, we got innocent, unarmed people being killed, we got, gay rights, Now, the whole thing, I see commercials and everything about equality and everything. What about the ones, why are we wasting money? It's sad when we have to waste money on signs and social distancing and virus and keep your distance and 6 feet away and everything else. That's all a waste of the America's economy. And now we got commercials saying, they don't focus on the whites and the straights. They focus on the blacks and the minorities. And why don't we all come together? And why don't we stop saying, oh, our own species matter? We need to stop throwing that in everybody's face. We know you matter. Most of us know you matter. Maybe certain aspects like police force, police brutality, I get that. We get that everywhere. They're what you call abuse of power, and they abuse their authority. But not everybody thinks that way. A lot of America would have your back, I would think. We don't need to destroy monuments. We don't need to riot all over America. I mean, and if you guys think that all this rioting and everything's from Democrats and it's a Democrat versus Republican thing, no, it's a black versus white thing. It's blacks feeling untreated unfairly by police taking advantage of their power and abusing it. It has nothing to do, and maybe a little bit to do with the Democratic versus Republican, because Trump ain't doing anything about it. He ain't being a man, and he's caring about other things and putting other things back to the small, little, tiny things that don't matter. Like, I would think when we have killings of innocent, unarmed people, that's a big deal. If you ask me, I mean, it's just as bad as innocents dying through a pandemic of maybe not as many people, coronavirus and stuff. And that's another story with China. I mean, our president, I'm not, our president's, our current president, I don't want to mention no name, he's been, a lot of our presidents meddle in other countries' affairs and get in their business. And that's why I think we're in the pandemic we're in now, honestly. That's my opinion, If we weren't in other people's countries' affairs, we wouldn't have this problem. But the president acting as if these little minority killings and blacks getting killed by, unarmed by police and stuff, the president does very little to nothing to show that he cares about that. Yes, maybe the individual got arrested. By this video of George Floyd, there was no turning back. There was already too many killings. It was already that was the icing on the cake that drew the line. But you really think it's all Democrats out on the streets rioting and looting and destroying stuff? No, it's not. It has nothing to do with Democrats. It has to do with this country and the way we're acting and the way we're treating people unfairly and the way we're acting towards each other. It has nothing to do with political Democratic versus Republican. The only reason it seems that way, and Democrats are stopping it, certain hires in the office behind closed doors, is because they don't want. Maybe they do want Trump out of office, or the president. Sorry, quote unquote president. I don't want to mention the names, but if we. If a lot of people say that we have just as many whites and Caucasian males dying unarmed, more, if not more, than blacks and whatever. But the thing about that is we have a lot more whites. We have a lot more Caucasians. We probably have like 4 or 5 to their 1 in America. So with them dying just as much as us almost, or close to it or whatever, that looks a lot more worse because they're a lower amount of species compared to Caucasians, but we really need to come together. We need to stop analyzing and saying, "Oh, we matter," and throwing it in each other's faces. We know you matter. Certain people of the country, I know, police, damn, they make us look bad. I know, but and gay rights, we know they matter too. We've legalized gay marriage. We've done in most places, where I'm at, anyways. But we've But why do we have to continue on and say, "Oh, we can wave our flag now. We can throw it in America's face. We can throw it in everybody's face"? Okay, we get the point. Do we sit here and say straight pride, straight pride, straight pride, white pride, white pride, white pride? No, we don't. No offense. I'm white, Caucasian, straight. No offense. But we don't sit there and throw the exact opposite like that. Should we? I mean, I don't think it's right. I think we're all the same. I mean, God created us equal. If you're gonna believe in equality and we all need to be equal and fair to each other, then you have to have a God. Then you have to have a higher power. You need somebody, because your creator, whoever that may be, whoever you look to that, he created you and all of us equal. You have to believe that, and if you believe that, then no matter what, we're all equal, and we just need to follow after his laws and his rules, and we need to know that we're going to be okay. And last but not least, I'd like to talk one more thing that came to mind. And that's with all these, this is a little off topic, but that's with all these killings and shooting sprees, and we have these, now this has come from a mentally ill person himself, but we have all these shooting sprees, and this is a big tip in here too, if you pay attention. We have mass shootings and everything else everywhere. Now, why do you think that is? Do you think some crazy mental person just goes off the handle and says, I've got this idea, I'm going to start killing a bunch of people because I'm mad? Wrong. People just get it to the wit's end. It has nothing to do with being mentally ill. I'm so tired of hearing about this person did that, so he's got a mental illness case. I guarantee not every single person that has ever done stuff like that has a mental illness. It's people get fed up, and if you want to diagnose with that person after getting fed up and doing that with a mental illness, then so be it. But it's not because he had a mental illness that's why he went shooting and killing a bunch of people. I can tell you right now how to prevent stuff like that is stop giving up on people. Stop acting like they mean nothing to anybody. We need to stop treating people like the lowest scum of the earth and like they don't mean nothing. Everybody matters to somebody. Everybody cares for somebody, and everybody is cared for by somebody. I have been treated in my past, in my life, personally, I'm not going to say by who and different things, but I don't care. I have been treated like I mean nothing to nobody. I felt hopeless of hope, the lowest of low. And I came to a conclusion, I know why, as a mental illness person speaking from experience, not that I've done that, but I know why people go on, because I've had feelings of rage and anger and excitement, wanting to just lash out. But I have a brain. I have something called a brain. Something that knows better than to do actions before speaking, before thinking. So we need to know that all lives matter. Black lives matter. Spanish lives matter. Mexicans matter. Chinese matter. God created us all equal, so everybody matters. That was the whole point. Mentally illness matter. Stop shunning them out, acting like they. Yeah, do you see commercials? How come with the flag and the Black Lives Matter and everything we don't see mentally ill matter, mentally ill. I'd love to see some stuff like that. I'd love to be able to support stuff like, yeah, we have National Alliance of Mentally Ill. But where are they? Yeah, we're on there. If you need help or support, if you're feeling like you're going to kill yourself, call these people. No, why are we singled out? We just have a mental illness. It doesn't mean we're going to kill anybody. We're no different. We just have a mental illness. It doesn't have a label doesn't mean doesn't have restrictions and guidelines meaning, oh, mental illness means kill, kill, kill. That's wrong. Our society needs to stop thinking that way. And I'm going to get a little hyped up. That's enough for today. I just wanted to put a little information out there. I hope you guys really got enough out of this video and can understand my point of view. Thank you very much.